Hi, my name is Mr. Schluterman, and I want to welcome you guys to my Soul Studies class and welcome to the 2023-24 school year. And again, my name is Mr. Schluterman. Here's my class. I'm going to go ahead and in this video, I'm going to kind of walk you guys through and give you a welcome of what my Creekside Canvas page is all about, as well as walk you through the specifics of my class and kind of how I run things. So let's go ahead, let's dive on in, and here we go. So this is my Soul Studies Canvas page here. So I've got my little Bitmoji here of me. Obviously, I'm not a techie guy, but I figured I'd throw that in there. My main course page has all the information that you're going to need, like the course information, and it's all linked here as well. My course information, that is my course syllabus. This part is linked to the modules of the content we'll be talking about throughout the year. I have a copy of Bell schedules here. I have the student parent Creekside handbook. So if you have questions about that, I have Avid strategies that we'll talk about. I linked our 8th grade digital hall pass that students will be filling out as they leave, as well as I have a link here to our class announcements. Now, class announcements are the way I start class every day. I will go through all that. I'll put an announcement out to the kids, and in there it will contain the SWABIT, which is our objective, and the SWABIT stands for students will be able to, and it will be whatever our objective is for the day. Then it will give you the breakdown of how we do things. Like the first thing we do every day in class is the class kickoff, otherwise known as CKO, and that is our class warm-up. It is graded each day. Then our material that we cover for each day, and then the homework as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and explain to you the syllabus that we have here. So here we go. The syllabus for my class is as follows. For starters, the class is Soul Studies, or AKA U.S. History. My name, Eric Schluterman, me. I'm at Creekside Middle School. My location there is room 238 in the 8th grade hallway. So when you take a right into the 8th grade hallway, I am the first set of classrooms down on the left-hand side. Pretty much right across from the bathroom. All right, my phone number is 815-337-5200, which is the main number for Creekside. My extension is 5259. My email is eschluterman@wcusd200.org. Okay. Course objectives, the things that we're going to be talking about throughout the course are as follows. The first point, to understand the developments in which have impacted the United States from the Civil War to current day. So we're going to be covering things from the Civil War through modern day and kind of intertwining things as we go. So we'll be doing a lot of that as the year progresses. I want your son or daughter to become more knowledgeable of U.S. geography and how it led to the development of the United States and our position in the world. The kids should know, geography is important. They should know where they are and how to get around places as far as that's concerned. They should understand citizenship, what it means to be a citizen of the United States. When it comes to being a citizen of the United States, there's many responsibilities that come with that, and we will be covering that and talking about that throughout the year. They're going to familiarize the students with government of the U.S. with an emphasis on states' rights. So be kind of looking at the Constitution, not only U.S., but Illinois, and how that's applied to, the U.S. history. Okay. We're going to expand knowledge of current events and how they relate to the U.S. and the students. Not only do we talk about the newspaper, but I also show weekly CNN 10, which is a kids news show, which is the cool thing about CNN 10. There's zero bias in it, and it only talks about the who, what, when, where, how, and why of things. Doesn't really get into the political side. All right. Then I'm going to explain multiple causes and effects of historical effects related to the U.S. history. We'll be talking about how different things happened, why they happened, because this and this happened as a result. So we'll be talking about that. We'll describe the economic decisions made, the well-being of individuals, businesses, and societies in the U.S. We'll be talking about various instances throughout Soul Studies that actually pertain to the economic decisions that have been made. Not only current day, but we'll kind of look back at other historical events that kind of help out with that. And ultimately, we're going to be to understand what it means for a citizen to be financially literate. We're going to work toward, understanding certain things like with the economy and so on, so that they understand what it is to be that. Skills and topics that are going to be covered in my course are as follows. We're going to talk about the history of the United States from Civil War to present. I'm going to put a spin on it. First half of the year is the development of civil rights in the United States. We're going to be looking at how the U.S., survived the Civil War and the rights that came from that. We'll talk about Reconstruction after the Civil War, and then we're going to speed ahead to talk about the American Civil Rights Movement in the 1950s and 60s, as well as more current days leading into that. We're going to do a lot of maps and charts. The students are going to have to be able to make inferences about different historical facts. We do a lot of inquiry using the inquiry model on various units of study, where we'll pose questions and they'll look at certain docs throughout the year and kind of go ahead and answer the question based on using the documents. All right, I'm going to provide them opportunities to make evaluations and judgments on historical events, kind of alternate history, like what happened, and through their eyes, would it be different? How could it be different? And then analyze primary and secondary sources. All right. The materials are pretty much straightforward. The fact that we're using the American Journey, it's our textbook. We use Newsela, which are current articles. I use Edpuzzles, flip videos just like this to talk about things. We use Discovery Learning. I use Pear Deck, Insert Learning, teacher-created materials, and other various historical videos throughout. Major units of study: Civil War, Reconstruction, the rebuilding of the United States after the Civil War, and we'll talk about civil rights. So that'll be our first strand throughout the year. Then the second half of the year, we'll kind of talk about the age of imperialism, World War I, World War II. We'll talk about the Roaring Twenties, which are 100 years ago now, and the Great Depression that resulted. And we'll talk about World War II, the Cold War, and the current events. All right. Items needed for class. You're going to need a spiral notebook just for social studies, which we'll be using, and I'll be explaining how they can set that up later on in class. They should have different colored pens, highlighters, colored pencils or markers, and glue sticks to be able to glue stuff into their notebooks. Bottom line is we're going to be using Canvas as the main vehicle as well as their notebooks for items, but students will receive a daily announcement, which includes a lesson objective, or SWABIT, aka. Students will be able to statement, and then they'll see like a kickoff, which is a class starting question, and then there's activities for class and some sort of homework, whether it's watch a flip video, notes, or something of the sort. Assignments and class activities will be submitted through Canvas unless it is handed out and put into their history folders or notebooks. Okay. The Canvas calendar will be updated on a weekly basis to show the class activities. Grading scale is a standard 90, 80, 70, 60, which is there. My grading procedures are as follows. 70% of the overall grade is formative, quizzes, exit slips, and other various forms, and summatives are end of the unit assessments, test projects, and other various forms of things that come up, whether it's debates or articles or things like that. Tests and quizzes can be retaken at a teacher's discretion, but will need to be part of a teacher-approved review process prior to the retake. Just so you guys know, I also do, part of my assessments are also Edpuzzles. I go ahead and have the students watch a video, and part of that content is either me delivering content to them and answering questions within the video, or watching a video that is approved by me and they're able to watch it and answer questions that are put within the video. All right. So just so you guys know, that's one thing, and those can be retaken as well. All right. Class homework assignments it's 30% of your overall grade. All classwork and homework, either completed during class or at home, will also be included in this grade. Example, class kickoffs, newsletter articles, homework discussions. Throughout the year, the students will be required to keep and maintain a journal that will become a working portfolio of all class work and homework. The homework policy itself, all right? Assignments are expected to be turned in on time. Late work will be accepted to the deadline set by the individual teachers. All assignments can be redone to demonstrate mastery of learning and receive full credit as long as it has been originally submitted on time to Canvas. If you're in a pull-out program like band lessons, Best Buddies, and so on, you need to make sure that you're responsible for that work. Class absence. It is your responsibility to check in with the teacher before going. All right. You're going to turn in any homework and get the new assignment before heading out to the activity. If you forget, again, utilize the Canvas calendar to find out what you missed. All right. When absent, students are expected to check Canvas for the work that they are missing. Please discuss missed work with me at an appropriate time, like Skills Lab before or after school, or via email, or give me a call as well. You have a day to make up the work for each day of an excused absence. Special arrangements can be made for projects and tests if you speak to me ahead of time to make the appropriate time to take the test, or even upon return, okay? So that is my syllabus, all right? Ways that I contact parents are not only via email, not only via phone, but we're also going to be using Remind this year. And in the email that I'm sending home, you'll have a link to sign up for my class. And it will be History Period 1, or Period 3, Period 4, Period 8, or Period 9. And that is how I also communicate with parents via text. It's a text app that gives me that opportunity to contact parents. It's a great opportunity for me to reach out and just give me another vehicle of which to contact parents. All right. So if you have any questions in regards to that, the email will have the sign up link for you to join my particular class. All right. So I guess when I look back at everything that we have in this video, I pretty much covered all the necessities for you guys to talk about my class as a whole and what it is all about. Me, Mr. Schluterman, the person, the individual, I've been teaching in Woodstock for 26 years, but overall I've been a teacher for 27. And I can honestly tell you, I love history. History is my main passion. Other things that I do here at Creekside, I am the 8th grade team leader. I coach boys and girls 8th grade basketball. I'm very passionate about football. I like to run. I like to be a dad. I've been married for 23 years almost. I have 2 kids. My son Aiden is going to be 21. He's a college junior at the University of Stevens Point in Wisconsin. And my daughter Renee is 18, believe it or not. And she is starting her senior year at Woodstock High School, getting ready to move on. So from there, I come from a family of 10 children. So there's 9 other Schlutermans or Mr. or Miss Schlutermans that exist in this world, believe it or not. So from there, I guess the biggest thing that I wanted to make sure that you guys understand is I want to thank you for watching this video. Okay, that's 1. 2, thank you for giving me the opportunity to teach your child about U.S. history in social studies in 8th grade. I hope I have a very big passion for social studies. It's what I love to do. I've had various roles throughout the district over the last 26 years, but I've landed where I believe I need to be, and I love doing what I do. So with that being said, thank you so much again for watching my video. I hope you guys have a fantastic school year. And I always tell people, thank you for giving me a chance to have another opportunity to teach your kids, as well as just giving the kids another chance at awesomeness every day. I bring the same energy I try to in this video to class every day, and I have that passion for what I do. I love history. I breathe history. I eat it. I sleep it, and so on. So thanks a lot, and have a great school year, and welcome back to Creekside.